Bienvenido, welcome. I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hello, Mr. Ghost Chicken Guy, Jackson, Zbot, and who else I see in here? Okay, that's the people I see in the immediate, or maybe like other people are in here, but they haven't responded, at least not on my chat. But how are you guys all doing today? Who is Kires? Oh, there's a character I made up a while ago. I actually designed this character like a while ago, like a long time ago. This is, if you're wondering, today we're doing a TCG design. I'm like making like a TCG while like chatting with you guys about game design and stuff like that, like whatever you guys want. Like I know like, I think like a lot of people, because like originally I made these devlogs, you know, like not devlogs, but made these streams because I was gonna devlog my game, right? My action adventure game, Ori's. But I realized when I was doing it, it was kind of hard to focus on the game, and I was like, well, it's kind of boring. Where I think for this, I could actually talk about game design while doing a tabletop. I think it'd be a lot easier because it's a lot faster movement of like moving around things, talking about game mechanics in a very simple way where you could really put in any kind of game. Thank you so much, Jackson. Ooh, nice, very nice, Mr. Ghost. You hit 200 on the one that you just posted, yeah? I did see it, the one where you're angry. I thought it was pretty funny. I did put a like. I didn't put a comment though. I did like it though. But okay, if you guys are curious, the game that I'm designing, right? So it's like a tabletop game I'm designing. It's gonna be called Lucid League. So the point of the, actually, here, this is like, obviously, it's like, we're not even done with this. Like, if you could tell, I literally wrote into this, let's see. These are written by hand. I posted a total of 200 videos. Nice, Jackson. I'm gonna probably find more cards in my collection to post. Ooh, what cards? What, are you making a game too, Jackson? Because I know a lot of people are. Like, you see some of these are just like written by hand because I'm still figuring it out. Like the positioning, so I could like talk a little bit how the game works. So in this game, you would have these league members, right? Now Pokemon, just to show. Okay, yeah, please do share them. I want to see. Actually, you know what? You gave me an idea, Jackson. On the Discord, I'm gonna make a new channel. Where could we what would it be called? I'm like looking what, like, maybe we could just call like the collectibles. What do you think? I just ended streaming 5 minutes ago. Nice. Okay. Maybe play the TCG. Ooh, okay, I get you. Thinking we could create a channel. A collection, or no. Yeah, I think collection. What could we call it? Collection station. No, wait. Station? There we go. Collection station. I think that's what we call it. Where'd it go? Well, I made a new section called the collection station in the art exhibit. Zbot first in the portrait. Nice, very nice. But there, I just made a new channel. So if you want, you could share all your TCG stuff, like any collectibles you have. I think that'd be a good one for the collection station. What do you guys think? Can I do fan art for it? Yeah, of course, you may. Okay, so like I said, the point of this game, well, actually I can go to the other one. The blank one, just so we could like talk about it a little bit. So I was like actually like thinking how to position them. So I'd mentioned before, you're gonna have, so it's like these like nightmare cards, right? The nightmare, oh no, actually, thinking the nightmare is gonna be that way. But then these are like I still haven't not sure. Are there like maybe like daydreams? I don't know. Like the theme is like dreams and stuff. So we got these, and then we're gonna have these locations and events on these sides. So this one's like think of it in the game, you would actually battle against the boss. That's like the point of the game, is to defeat the boss, right? Jackson, I'm in the card, so I can't hear. Oh, okay, that's all good. Zebot, the invasion on Texas in the game is going as planned. Oh, I know, I remember. You were playing that one game where you're invading Texas, which is hilarious. Helicopters took out most of the infantry. Mr. Ghost, I know some streams don't like fan art. No, I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, that's kind of, I think, if you're producing anything, any kind of content, you're going to expect some fan art. You know, if you're not okay with it, it's kind of like, I'm sorry, but that's just like a normal thing. Okay, so like I said, this one's going to be the nightmare. Here, I'll do it. So nightmare, right? So this is nightmare. And then you, as a player, you will have, I'm actually going to have it, or it's 2 rows. Okay, so it's going to be 2 rows each player. Like the other player has the same thing as this side. So this is your row, this is your front, and this is your back. So think of it like melee, and then this one is ranged. And it will actually matter. So who you put in your league, because I'll go back. You can see here, I'll zoom in on it. Or actually, I could probably just zoom in on over here on this side. I forgot I made I have like on the other screen. Check it out. So you see here, I have it. Or I don't know if you can tell on anyone on the, I'll do it on both. It's not a big deal. So you see, it's gonna have different moves. It's like a melee move, and then this is a range move. And then sometimes there'll be characters that have both. But no, so in this game, right, you'll actually position your league members or whatever. You'll put one in the front, one in the back, and then they'll also have, I'll have an item and also a buff. I'll even erase this. I'll do it over like with like red or something, just so it's like easier for you guys to understand. But how are you guys doing? You know, something like this. So these are the heroes, or the LG or LM league members. Gear. Right, gear. And then this one's buffs. So think of it in like a lot of games, they'll have like, you know, like, oh, okay, so like melee attacks and then range attacks. So in this game, you'll have to like position your characters. You actually have the ability to swap them around, like during your turns. So it actually makes you think about, oh, okay, so like this character, going back to Kides, this one has a very fast melee attack in the front, Nova Blast, and then has a slower, because it's 3 energy to use it, a slower range attack. So it would probably tell somebody, okay, if I'm playing as Kides, I would want to be in the front for a few rounds, and then I would jump in the back to charge up to be able to use my long range attack. So I think it's like interesting, like the mechanics wise, like, okay, and then you look at her more. You're like, okay, so I can play her very fast in the front, slow in the back, and then let's look at like abilities, right? Like it's just like RPGs. It's like literally we're making an RPG, but as a TCG, as a card game. Miss Ghost, I now sing. Wait. But you know the dreams where you can't control it. Will you do something with that? Where you can control a lucid dream. That's literally, it's called Lucid League. That's what you're talking about, Mr. Ghost. That's what it is. These are the dream. This is you fighting against these dreams, getting rid of the nightmares. And so I'm working on some bosses for my RPG. Ooh, see, I love that. I love it. What do you look working on? What's the? I do want to go into that too. Like, you know, like in like one of these streams, talking about how bosses work and etc. You know, like, so these bosses I think will be kind of fun. So every time you see these like bosses, they'll have like different ways of interacting with the game. FD, can you give me some advice to help me stop? Like, this is a real problem I have. Okay, so the best way I would say for that, if you're like obsessed with somebody or something, I recommend doing other things. You know, just try doing different things, FD. Best edits in town. Hello, hello. What edits do you do? What do you edit? Since you're the best in town, what are you editing? Because I know Mr. Ghost, for example, he likes editing TF2 stuff, like little skits and stuff. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'm just saying, FD, if you're busy doing other stuff, you'll get over anything that you're obsessed with. You don't remember me. Best edits. Yes. Oh, you did the JJK stuff. Yeah, I was like, best editing. Okay, yeah, that's what I was like, after you said it, I remember you. I was thinking, are you the... Okay, edit. Okay, yes, I would say it is it. You did the anime ones, the anime JJK ones. Mr. Ghost, I will have the big boss, 3 main bosses, and many mini bosses. So, okay, so I want to ask, because this is like one of those things. In game design, right? There are like different kinds of, you know, characters and bosses. So I don't know if you've thought of this, Mr. Ghost. So there's like Rush. If you're wondering what Rush is, so like Rushdown bosses or characters, Rushdown characters. This character would probably be considered a Rushdown. You know, this is a Rushdown, so it's fast, up close, usually, you know, like speedy combos, balance, that kind of stuff is Rushdown. If you look at her ability, Breaking Point, when Kiris drops to 4 HP, this is the HP, drops down to 4 HP or lower, she gains +2 to her attack. So even if she was close, she's doing like 3 damage, or if she was like far away, she's doing 7 damage. And if you look, I haven't like typed it out yet, but the ability would work if you use the Nova Dash. It would swap her to the front after she used it, because the idea is she's in the back, she speeds up into the front, and then like she swaps spots with the you know, the league member in the front. There's a reason why there are 3 main bosses. Oh, okay, so you did Rushdown, Zoning, and Guard, right? I'm assuming those are like the 3 basic ones everyone uses. Is that what you're doing for your boss? You know, Rush, Zone, and I'll make it like a little easier to see, because I feel like I'm looking at it. I'll write over here. Rush, Zone, and Guard. Those are you like each use like grapplers. Grapplers, I would say like the Guard, but I say Guard just because they're not always grapplers, but a lot of times they are. So you know, with Rush, you're gonna see a lot of like fast movement, fast plays. Better yet said, because like this game, for example, they're not moving around. What it is, it's fast actions. Because we're thinking in this game, since it's like a tabletop, I'm breaking it down as actions. So there's a lot of fast actions going on with this type of with a Rushdown. Zoning, obviously, they're all about like control things at a distance. You know, so like their whole thing is by hitting being far away, controlling the way the battle works. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, okay, it's very much like stun attacks, you know, making it push back, that kind of thing. Where Guard is like, they're very interesting, because Guard, they want you to come in. They're like, okay, I want you to get in close because I could take it. Because they tend to be very heavy. They take a lot of damage. You know, you see them a lot as like big walls, like big chunky walls, and they take a ton of damage. They have a lot of control of manipulating the other players, so like grabbing and throwing them around. And they're also very strong. Usually that's what a wall is. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what you're going with yours, and which is the kind of thing I'm going to do with my bosses in the middle. Mr. Ghost, the final boss controls many universes. In them, he finds 3 characters who are almost as strong as him, and usually he would steal their souls. Oh, very interesting. That sounds interesting. I like that. I like that. This sounds interesting. Hold on. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. One moment. Okay. But okay, so like this is like the basic concept of this game, right? Where like instead of, because you know a lot of games, they'll have mana, you know, and it's like the way they do mana is like, okay, like a lot of like TCG especially, they like using cards as mana. So you'll draw and then you play mana or whatever. This game is gonna be a little different, where mana, it's not, you don't have mana. The way it works is by actions. So you rotate it. Obviously this is rough, you could tell with the numbers. I literally just wrote them in like a little bit ago. I'm like slowly building on these cards, you know. So like the way it works, if you see, yeah, so you start here with 0 energy. In this case, this character is a power-up character, so every turn it's like the basic character in this game. So to power it up, you know, you start here, you twist it. When you twist it, it goes to 1. Actually, I could probably rotate it. Hold up. I could probably just rotate the whole thing. Where is it? Oh yeah, look. So I'm gonna rotate it. See, I rotated the card. See, now it's at 1. We rotated the card, we're at 1 energy. And then let's rotate it again. So I rotate the card again, we're at 2 energy. And then you rotate it again. So like every turn you'd get 1 rotation per card. And like the cool thing about in like this concept, so you have 3 energy and then you'd be able to use your ability. You know, the Nova Dash. And we go back to the 0. There we go, see? So it'd take 3 turns to charge this one up. But you're probably thinking, man, that's a long time. So that's the interesting about the buffs, the gear, stuff like that. So like maybe a buff, you rotate a buff, but it allows you, like by rotating it, it gives energy for something else. Mr. Ghost, instead of possessing them directly. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're saying in your game, right? The mastermind character, your big boss, your BB, your big boss. That one is like manipulating all these other characters. They're like close to him strength, but instead of like taking control of them, it's like, okay, all right, go up in chat. Wait, what? Where? Which part? Yeah, you'll have the 3 main bosses. Yeah, I read that. There is all reason why there are 3 main bosses. The final boss. Yeah, I know that you can't control them. But he felt if he stole their souls, they would lose a large part of their power. It would be easier to control them. Oh, I get you. Oh, I guess I didn't see that part. It's a lot like Naruto. I don't know if you've seen Naruto, where they have they're able to summon zombies, and the zombies, they're like the zombie ninjas or whatever. They tend to be weaker than the live versions. Is that like the concept you're going with? So it's like, okay, if I'm controlling them, they're gonna lose part of their power. I'm assuming that's the direction you're going with that. And the boss just like realized that they had similar goals or similar mentality. Yeah, King Crab is one of them. Oh, that's gonna be funny. Is the King Crab gonna be the guard one? Which one is it? It's gonna be the rush, the zone, or the guard? And what direction are you thinking for the King Crab? Like out of the 3, like which one is it? Like which category do they fall in? Rush, really? So it's gonna be a speedy one, a speedy crab. Okay, so a lot of actions, a lot of like quick actions. It's gonna be interesting. So what do you do? Like a lot of like speed, a lot of combos, or like well balanced? What out of those categories? Because they tend to branch off, you know? So it's like this. Here, I'll show you. Here, I'll do like another doodle. So it's like rush. And then from there it goes. Wait, what happened? Something happened to my brush. One moment. Let me switch. Hold up. Switch back. There we go. Okay. Fix the brush. It was just like not working for a moment. So rush. And then from there it goes like speedy. You know, rushes are like very speedy. Or it could go into like a combo. Like their whole thing is about like combining moves into each other. Or it could be like a really well balanced one. Obviously you don't want it to be like straight up like, you know, exactly the same always. Let's see. Mr. Ghost, black energy dust. Boss 2 is zone. No, but I was still on the king crab. So from there, so you said it's a rush, but what is it? Is it like super fast? Is it like a combo one, or is it a little more balanced? What are you thinking with your, I'm curious. I want to like dissect it a little bit, Mr. Ghost. You know, I'm like a little curious about it. I get that you're jumping ahead to the zone one, but I'm still a little curious what direction, because you said in your game, right? Speed and combo. So it's gonna be like a combo both of these. Okay. So it's gonna be like fast movements and then a lot of comboing abilities. That's gonna be cool. I like it. That's gonna be really interesting for a crab. Usually crabs, like a lot of times you see crabs just being like big, like bulky guys, or like just like pretty much like walls and like powerful walls with like grabbing moves. They're like very typical guard, like a big like a big grappler. So you said the second one is the zone one, right? And what are you thinking for that? I'm just like I said, I want to dissect it a little bit. Like this is like the more of like a design chat, I feel, with these, because we're like working on a game. Working on like a TCG design and stuff. So I'm gonna probably like fix this up. Actually, quick question for you guys. Like I'm looking at it. Does this read well? These symbols, hold up. These symbols, the boxing glove and the, what's it called? I'm trying to remember. The target. Do these read as like melee and range for you guys? You know, when you see it, do you like, oh, okay, yeah, it's definitely melee. That one's definitely range. Or do you see it as like, yeah, I don't know what that is. And Mr. Ghost, it attacks very quickly and has 4 different attacks and reduces any damage by 90%. But after 2 hits, it loses a shell and takes normal damage. Oh, okay. So wait, are you thinking, because that could be interesting if you had it start. I don't know if you want to do this, Mr. Ghost. This is just like, you know, brainstorming fun, right? When, if you did it, it started as a guard type, you know, as a guard, like being like a typical wall, having like a very strong wall. And then after the shell breaks, it goes into a rush type, because that would be really interesting. He is the weakest of the 3 bosses. That's hilarious. But you know what I'm talking about? Make it as like a big wall. It's not very good. You know, and then as soon as it breaks the shell, it switches into a speedy combo rush type. You know, because that would be really fun if you did that. Where, like, you know what I'm talking about? So you have this wall type. You break the wall, it goes into a speed/combo, you know, speed/combo boss. That would actually be really fun. Now, okay, I'll tell you a little secret about him. Sure, go for it. I'd love to hear. As I go back to this, like I said, I wanted to kind of like play with this a little bit. So like I said, this one's a melee. This one is the range. I want to see what direction do I want to go with this too. You know, like I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, all right. I'm thinking for these, for the, we'll do like, I'm thinking like a symbol with like a circle and an AP. You know what I'm talking about? No, we'll do these. Like, just an example, right? Mr. Ghost. He's a boss who always comes back, but every time he comes back, hits harder. He's hit harder. Oh, okay. Oh, so wait. Are you thinking of it like, so the first time you fight him, he's tougher. And then every other time, he's weaker and weaker? Because that'd actually be really funny. That'd actually be like a really funny boss, Mr. Ghost. So like having like, maybe like the first time you battle him, he has the shell. He's really like annoying. You're just hitting him. You finally break the shell. He shows his true form. He's very fast. You know, like fast combo fighter. You beat him, and then next time comes back as a fast combo fighter without the shell. And then like you beat him, but it's a lot easier because he's just as strong as the first time. And then every time he's like a reoccurring boss that keeps coming back. That I like that concept, Mr. Ghost. I actually really like that. I think that'd be like a really fun concept. So I'm thinking, I'm like looking at this. Thinking like visually, what do you guys think? We'd do like something like this. And then have like this. Something like that. Right? I'm thinking like this. With like an AP in here. Do you think this looks visually, would that be it'll be okay? Or Big Boss, if anyone disappoints him, he tortures them. Oh, you know what? I don't know if you ever played, I doubt it, Mr. Ghost. Have you played Tales of Vesperia? I just remember there was this boss that when in Tales of Vesperia, there was a boss that you beat a multiple. He got tougher every time. But I remember like the first time you fight him, he just has like daggers. You beat him, then he comes back with like daggers of magic, like a magical dagger. You beat him there, but I think he loses an arm. And he ends up getting like a robot, not a robot, like a magic arm. And he has like dragon powers. He gets like crazier and crazier over time. Because that would be an interesting concept too, but I know what you're doing. You're saying more of like, you're keeping the boss the same level as you get stronger to show progress, which is nice too. You know, where this one was more of like a revenge character, kept coming back, and again was just like obsessed with you. But no, like, so with this, going back to this design, what do you guys think? I'm thinking like something like this could be nice, or maybe more of like a not a full circle, like one of these, right? Like one of these circles, and then have the AP inside. Something like that. AP, like attack power. Mr. Ghost, for example, the King Crab. The second time you see it, doesn't have a hand. The third time it doesn't have legs, and so on. Hello, Isabel. Welcome in. Glad to have you. I want you to be able to fight him 5 times. Okay, but like, so each time you fight him, is he getting weaker or is he staying the same? That's what I'm asking, Mr. Ghost. Because I think it could be interesting the first time he's actually the strongest, or yeah, he's the strongest, and then every other time he stays the same string as you get stronger. Would be a really interesting concept. You know what I mean? I think that would be he becomes stronger. Oh, okay. That's fine too. So it is a lot like the Tales of Vesperia, the one then. Let me look what it's called. Let me look just so you can see like what character I'm talking about. I'm gonna look it up. Tales of Vesperia. Let's see. Tales. Let's see. Tales of Vesperia. What was? Let's see. It's like dagger character. Like dagger. Let's see. Dagger boss. Trying to remember what the dude's name is. Where is? Oh wait. No, not that guy. Where is it? Have you ever actually like have you guys either of you guys played the Vesperia series? They're so good. Those are probably like, I have like a soft spot for that series just because I played as a kid. Oh wait, I think I found him. Zaggy. His name was Zaggy. I'll write it down just if you're curious, Mr. Ghost. So there was this character. His name was We're gonna write it. No, write it here. Oops. Zaggy. That was his name. Yeah, okay. So. But no, the guy's name was Zag. An annoying character kept coming back, I'm back, I'm back, and I'm back. It's very much like what you're saying. I think you do actually fight him like 5 times. And his movements change every time. Ooh, okay, I like that. So what are you thinking though? Would he still be a rushdown every time? Or would you change up his style completely? Like obviously it's usually they keep it about the same, they just add abilities to them. Like that guy, he was definitely a rushdown. Because he was like he was a dual wielding dagger user. So the first time he was just like dashing around, doing combos. I don't know yet. Oh, okay, no, mate. Obviously you're early in development. I was just like, you're early in concept. So I get what you mean. I was just saying, I think it'd be interesting if it did change. Like, you know, first time was wall, or first half of the first battle was wall. You break his shell, he goes into speedy combos. And then from there, every other time he's just doing speedy combos, but like slightly different. Mr. Ghost, now let me go into the black energy dust. Oh, sure. Yeah. I am down. I'm down to hear about your black energy dust. So I'm thinking also for this, I think like this wouldn't be bad, right? I'm like looking at it. Right, something like that. I think something like that would be kind of nice for the attack power. Just so you know, like, oh, okay, this AP attack power. It's this one, or I'm a little like, what could we do for this? You know, I like these. I like these little symbols. For the energy. Okay, are you going to make it more like, so you have it in order, right then, Mr. Ghost? So it's like it's locked in order every time. It's like the first one's always King Crab, second one's always Black Dust. So with the zoner, what are you thinking? Are you doing like more projectiles? Are you doing traps? Are you doing so we could write it down. Like I said, like this is like we're messing around, right? Yeah, okay. So this one, you said zone, right? It's a zoner. So for this one, what are you doing? Are you doing like projectiles? Projectile? No. But I feel like I messed up on it. Why is it so tiny? Projectile? Yeah, projectile. Then it'll be like puppets is like the other one you see a lot, puppets. And then the last one is traps. So these are like the different types of zoner you'll see in like games. You know, projectile obviously is like A to B like shells. You know what I'm talking about? So you see like A to B shots. It's like a, I don't know, like a magic cast. It's really basic. Puppets usually it's like a separate character. So it's like here's your boss, and then they summon like 1 or 2 or like a bunch, right? But like this is the main one, and then they summon a bunch. That's usually how it works. Mr. Ghost, every time you attack him, he takes 50% of your attack and gives it back and resents any negative effects. Okay, so like he reflects it. So it's like a trap then. So it would be, this boss would be like a trap. That's like the thing you're thinking about then? Interesting. Is there a way to counter these traps? Because every time you attack, he attacks automatically back, right? So you're doing like one of these systems, right? Where it's like a shield kind of deal, like a deal. So you hit him, but he hits you back. Hello, Aaron. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, so it's projectile and traps. Okay. So he has both. So he has like these trap-like things. Whenever you hit him, it automatically hits back. Then he also hits you. Okay, that's solid. Because that's like the thing, a lot of people don't realize how like it breaks up into these things. Like I said, like zoning is usually it's a control over the field and whatnot. And let's go back into this. Okay, so I was thinking for this, I think I do like this concept for the damage. Or do you think it's just maybe you don't even need it? What are you doing? I'm working on a TCG and talking about just game design in general. Aaron. Yeah, he's like, I'm working on, because I was like, I want to do more like these kind of like videos and stuff like that. So like Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm working on a TCG. Mondays, I'm working on my main project, which is the video game. I probably, the Fridays are a little more like flip-floppy. The Fridays could change. Maybe in the future, they might become more about Ori's, my action-adventure video game. But a lot of times, because in the Ori's ones, a lot of you guys want to talk about game design. I'm like, well, I think it'd be easier in this kind of setting where we're talking about like a paper design. You know, so it's like a lot easier to talk about game design in like a paper format where it doesn't matter what engine you're working with. It's like I use Unity for my video game. But you could literally talk about games in any format like paper design here. Mr. Ghost. And can leave 2 tentacles. It takes away from your HP and transforms HP into damage. That uses energy in a single attack. Wait. What do you mean it creates tentacles like puppets? Is that like how you're saying like it collects energy throughout the game and it makes these 2 tentacles? That's interesting. Okay. So you're using all of it. Isabel, my throat is dry. I need to go get water. Oh, okay. Yeah, do that. Mr. Ghost, you can stop him if you attack him. Oh, so he has like a charging. So he's like slowly summoning the puppets. I'll get you. So it sounds like his primary thing is what? Probably projectiles. So he's gonna be like firing projectiles every once in a while. He has a trap, so if you hit him, and then if you let him charge up, he makes puppets. Okay, so it's one of those bosses you don't want to power up, right? Because like if you let them power up, then they're gonna have like a whole bunch of extra stuff going on. I like it. That's gonna be cool. But no, okay, so I'm gonna go back to this. So what do you guys think? Question though. For this. Because like, for example, Pokemon, they just have it like this. So it's like, okay, you just know the damage is over here, right? This is just damage. This is how it works. And then usually for these, they'll have, I was thinking, yeah, because usually for these, they have like the energy, whatever energy it is. Aaron, hold on. I need to crash out on my brother because he won't be quiet. Yeah, you do you. Yeah, I'm gonna actually drink water for a moment. One moment, please, as I drink water. All right, there we go. All right, we'll continue this. Mr. Ghost can form 2 to 4 balls of black energy and attack all of your team members. Okay. So he's gonna have like, well, obviously it is a boss, so it's gonna have like a bunch of different things, I'm assuming, right? I want to do something with these. I'm thinking we could move the. Actually, I'm gonna double these up. One moment, double those. Then I'm gonna move them over. Thinking something like that, right? So 1 turn for the melee. And then 3 turns for... Actually, do you want it more like this? Oh, that's what we could do. I like that, actually. So I'm thinking leaving like this. Why do I keep having on the top? There we go. And this one, we'll change that one up to 3. 2, 3. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Aaron, I threw my... Oh, at him, and I think it broke. Oh no! Wait, what broke? And Mr. Ghost, 1 bullet does 45 damage. Yeah, but what's the context? I know, but you've told me before. It's like about like a normal character is about like 200 HP. So how many hits would that be? You know, but like 45 damage being like 4 to 5. Is that what you're thinking? 4 to 5 hits? Which could be a lot. So it's like in 4 to 5 turns you could defeat a character. Is that what you're thinking? You also have to think how fast you want each like gameplay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like in 4 to 5 turns, these bullets would defeat a person. Aaron, my water broke because it was a Stray Kids one. Oh no! Oh, you broke. You had one of those Stray Kids bottles. That's a bummer. Well, I'm not like, I have heard their music, but I'm not like super knowledgeable about the people in the band, in the group. Now let's see. What is this one? Wait. Okay, so this, I think that looks fine. That one's okay. That one's all right. Which is the one I'm looking for? Icons. This is the one in the icons. These are the ones I want to change. I want to change these. I'm going to activate that one just so we can see it. I'm going to get rid of the copy. And I want to make these all a little smaller. I'm thinking we're going to make them a little smaller. About, oh yeah, that's exactly what I like. I like that. Yeah, okay. What do you guys think about that? How that looks? So like this is like a melee, right? And this one is a ranged. Mr. Ghost, when you get to this boss, you should be a pretty big level. Okay, like, so then what's the con? Like how many hits? Because damage doesn't really tell me much. You said 45 damage. Well, how much is that? How many hits is that? You know what I'm talking about? Like when you think of it, like when you write down your notes for a boss or something like that, you should think of more like how many actions. You know? It shouldn't be like, oh, it does 100 damage, does 45 damage. It doesn't really mean anything, Mr. Ghost. It should be, you should think of it like, this does 132, it does 116, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, like stuff like that. That's how you should think of it. You know, just like one. It's what's it? An Oko. An Oko move, a one-hit KO. You know what I'm talking about? Think of it like that way. How many turns does it take for them to beat a character? You understand what I mean, Mr. Ghost? So you have like the Oko. The Oko is a one hit. If it hits, it's just like you took out the character. It's done. You know, a 2 KO. And then usually from there, like to have like, oh, okay, it takes more. It's like a 3, a 4. That's usually how like you hear in gaming. They'll do like that. You know, Oko, 2-ko, 3-ko, 4-ko, and then from there it's like, oh, you go into like, okay, this one's like more. So you want to hear like 8, 16 to 32. I think 32 is like, it's more like AoE, like burn or poison. Think of it that way, Mr. Ghost. So this is like chip. This is like, think of it as like, this is chip. When you hear like 32, that's like chip damage. You know, and then this is like a heavy, like toxic or something like that, you know. So it's like a strong chip. That's why I would categorize these. 32 hits is chip, 16 is like a stronger chip, and then 8 is just like, it tends to be like a weaker hit of some sort. So that's how I would go with. Usually I would say 4. Yeah, I'd probably say 4 to 8 for the KO is like, I think these are like the numbers you'll see in a lot of these games. Hello, Staycon, welcome in. And Aaron, there's Hyunjin, Felix, Chris, Han, Ian, Changbin, Lino, and Songbin in the group. Oh, cool. So you're definitely a big fan. You know, you're definitely a big fan. I'm gonna call this. So these are like the We'll just call these the chips. Right? Hyunjin has the same birthday as me. Oh, really? That's so cool. Actually, you know what's a funny one? Because I'm not a big straight con. Like, I mean, I've definitely heard them, but I don't really know the people in the group. But I actually do know Cat's Eye, and the dancer Daniela has the same birthday as me, which I think is kind of funny. I think it's funny, at least, that there is someone who has the same birthday as me. Yeah, I'll call it Chip for this one. So if you, there's a Stray Kids fan here. OMG, I know you got one. I know both of you guys. There's two. Both of you guys are fans, which is so cool. Okay, so it's going back. Okay, it's going back to the card. I feel like this feels so much better. Mr. Ghost, he can control a member of your team for one turn. Oh, so this guy seems like he does like a lot of annoying zoner things, which is cool. Like, I do like that. But like, how much, what the damage? You said it was 45 HP. But like, in the terms that I was talking about, what is it? It's obviously it's not an Oko. It's not a Tuco. So like, what is it? You're thinking like 8? Or is it more of a chip? Is it going up to 8 KO? Or is it like a chip, just like 16, 32? Like one of those categories. Like that, that's what I mean. Like what category would you put this like these shots? I'm assuming probably an 8-ko. That just seems like I think 25, so chip. It would be in the chip category. Oh, okay. So it's just like really annoying. It would take forever. If that was the only thing they were doing, right? If they were only doing the shots, it would be like a considered chip. Like every turn they're doing a chip damage, and then they have other things on top of it, doing the trap with what else did you have? You said the trap with also the summoning of the tentacles. It does sound like that could be like a really annoying boss. Aaron, hold on. I'm gonna get WWE on my brother. That's funny. Well, be safe. Don't hurt your brother too much, and don't let them hurt you either. Okay, so I'm thinking like this. I think this actually looks pretty good, right? What are you doing right now? I am talking about game design specifically, working on a tabletop game, a TCG to be exact, called Lucid League. Mr. Ghost, but he has the lowest HP of the 3 bosses. So how many turns do you expect people to beat them in? Like, what would be the normal? Obviously, yes, like some people could do like great combos and like one turn, maybe 1 or 2 turns they beat them just because they have like an amazing combo. But how much do you expect them to beat them? How fast? How fast do you expect the players to beat your combos? Beat this boss? And, well, okay, so I was going back to this. I think this works well. Obviously, we'd have the ability here, or not the ability, how do we word this too? Because this is a melee, this one, so this one you're in the back to activate it. 23 to, that's long, Mr. Ghost. That's like crazy long. That's like really, really long. I don't know. 25 to 35 rounds? How fast are these rounds? Because you gotta think, if you remember like Cassette Beast, for example, right, Mr. Ghost? You remember Cassette Beast. Those, like the bosses were probably maybe like 10 rounds each. You know what I'm talking about? Those rounds that I was playing in Cassette Beast, they were not like, they were probably around like 10 rounds. So like 35 rounds, that's like crazy long. And if you're saying this is a weaker one too, you said this one has a lower health. That's what I'm saying. You have to like think of a concept of like how fast your rounds go. Just, I think for now, I wouldn't like set anything in the stone yet, Mr. Ghost. I recommend what you should do, similar like this, like how many turns it is, right? And just maybe instead of doing like turns, for just because you don't know how fast your game's gonna be, realistically. Like how fast it takes for you to do a battle. How long do you want each battle to take? How much damage, etc. It's a lot of balancing. So I recommend just going like categories where it's like, you know, just do fast or yeah, do like fast and then like slow and mid. Obviously bosses, like even like a normal battle, obviously fast, like pretty fast, probably maybe like 1 round to like 3 rounds, right? That's probably like the normal. It's like 1 to 3, and then probably, yeah, probably like 1 to 3 rounds seems like a normal thing. An RPG is more complicated than I thought. Of course, it's very complicated. It's super complicated, Mr. Ghost. I'm lucky I have your help. Yeah, I mean, I love it. That's like the whole point of these kind of things where we get to talk about it. That's why I was like doing the TCG. Because with the TCG, you see how long it takes. Right? 1 round, it's you start at 0, you crank it, you get 1 energy. So you could do 1 damage if you like. But it takes 3 rounds to get 5 damage. You know what I'm talking about? To deal 5 damage, it takes 3 rounds. Or you could do every round just doing like a kind of like tap damage. You know what I'm talking about? You're like poke damage. Think of it that way. You're poke, 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 poke. You also have 2 characters in this game. Where your game, how many you have at the same time? I think it's like 3 to 4. What are you thinking, Mr. Ghost? So it's like 3 to 4, right? But you see like what I mean, where it also depends, because the more characters you have on the field, the longer the rounds are going to take. Because remember, with cassette pieces too, they were double. So you had 2 characters. I had to like control 2 characters. Remember, I had to control 2 characters. I had to select the moves for each one. They would go to their actions, right? One would go, the other one would go. Then the other side would also do the same. So the more characters you have, the longer it's gonna take too. You know, so if you're doing like 3 to 4 to 5 or like 6, if you got like 6 characters at once, you're gonna take a lot longer. I know. If you notice, like Final Fantasy, for example, Final Fantasy tends to take longer. Aaron, my brother called you weird, and I pushed him down the stairs. Well, hey, be careful. Don't be pushing nobody downstairs. And it's okay. I am a weird person. That doesn't bother me, not even a little bit. I am a weirdo, and I love games. I do. I love games. I love art. I love all that stuff, and I love talking with you guys about it. Okay, so let's go into this. And then I want to do, so we got these. I feel like this looks really good, I feel, right? I feel like this looks solid. You could tell this is the damage side. This is how many turns you need. Also tells you what range you're gonna be in. I think we have to see how I'm gonna word the ability. Because I want it, so when you're in the back, you have to be in the back to activate this ability, the Nova Dash. But afterwards, you would end up being in the front. You would switch. Are you doing math? I'm back. No, I'm not doing math. I'm not doing math. I'm just talking about like concept of this game and etc. Mr. Ghost, you have 4 characters that you could switch before any battle. A character you have in any battle, aka Nikki. So you're gonna have 4 in each battle, right? So think of it like that. So it's really gonna slow down your gameplay, Mr. Ghost. So it's gonna be like a very slow paced game. Think of it that way. Unless if you're doing very few actions, I guess. Hello, Stella, welcome in. So unless if you're doing very few actions, Mr. Ghost, because I have seen some games do that. I think it was Final Fantasy 13. I think Final Fantasy 13 did a system where everything was very fast, you know? I don't know if you heard me snapping, but I was snapping, sorry. So everything's very quick. You know, the way they did it is like you had your character. Here, I'll do it like a different, what's it called? different layer. So the way they did it, they had your character, right? And it was like this. And then they had like a little bar. I don't know if you saw it. In 13, they had a little bar, and the bar would go down. And you had that much time to pick every single one. So when you would like this character, the options would pop up. It would be something like this, right? And you select whatever, how many options you have. Speaking of math, I have homework with 3/4 multiplied by 2/5. Ah, okay. And Mr. Ghost, did you ever battle that Steven Universe game? Ever play it? Yes, I did. That was a fun one. The battles are like that. I'm trying to remember. I am not going to chat, okay? No worries. Oh, I played Steven. Yeah, I did. I remember that game. That was good. I'm trying to remember how exactly. It was kind of like this, right? That game wasn't very long though. The battles were very short. You know, if you're doing like if you're going that direction, then your battles are going to be like really short. Because I remember those battles were not long, Mr. Ghost. Usually, most battles you could just like, by the time you got to all 4 characters, you were done with the battle. So it was almost like one turn. I have to go. I'm getting grounded. Oh, okay. I have it. Well, good luck with that, Aaron. Hope it's not too bad. Mr. Ghost, I want to battle to be like that. I think Nikki is Steve. Oh, okay. So if you're doing like that direction, then your battles probably will not be very long. You know, realistically. Because you'll have your 4 characters, right? Let's do like, I'll do like colors. There. I just want to have it like a little easier for you guys to get. Do a red one. And let's do like a green one. Right? Something like that. You got your combo, your team. Have a good weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Stella. I played the story 3 Twisted Reflection demo. It is a fun game. It is on the demo phase. Ooh, wait, what story 3? Are you talking about Monster Hunter 3? The stories? Is that what you're talking about? I think I did hear about it. Oh, and yours you're gonna have 5 characters. Okay. I'll add another one. Hold up. Yeah, let's just delete that. I'll do it again. I'm thinking, okay, so like this. Probably like this. Something like that, right? Right? Something like that. Hello, welcome in, Alan. Yeah, Monsters Hunter. Yeah, okay, I figured. I even have my own Dread Queen Rathian named Tox. Oh, that's cute. Oh, Alan coming in with all the hellos. I love it. What do you mean, no? Oh, it's not like this? It's not going to be like a... Because that's what I'm thinking. You got like the 5 people. You said the 5 people. You know? With the different colors, obviously. Just so it's like easier to understand. Doing like a orangey one or whatever. Not really. Do like a pink one too. Something like that. And then each one has like a different thing. It was good the first time. You just had to put another... Oh, between the green... Okay, I could go back. You said like between which one? Behind the green one. Oh, interesting. I would never expect that. So you said like back here? Like hiding? Okay. Like this? Is that what you're thinking? That's kind of funny. Alan, I'm great. I just did baseball practice in my backyard, hitting bouncing balls with a plastic baseball bat. Nice, that's awesome. Oh, that's really interesting way you're positioning them. I would never imagine that. Like, so your Nikki's in the back, and then everyone's just like standing in the front. That's kind of funny. Oh, I don't know if you. Well, I don't think it really matters. But I was gonna say if you had like positionings, because I know I've seen some games will actually have different formations. Because that's really interesting. I've seen a few, and it changes up the turn order of certain things. Like the ones in the front have higher priority, like +1 to speed, and like they'll have like different things, like different buffs, different positions. But I doubt you want to do that. I doubt that's the direction you want to go with that, Mr. Ghost. Alan, for precision, because they are small balls. Then I practice a baseball for River Cat game. Ooh, very nice. I like it. That's gonna be so fun. What's exactly I'm doing? That's, oh really? So you're gonna have it everyone will have a different buff depending on what section they are in. That's cool because I kind of gave him a home run ball. I'm good. I'm awesome. But oh, that's really interesting. You're doing. I'm great. I'm good. Good. Just talking about this. Just about game design in general. You know, and it is Friday, so we get to hang out a little bit more. What was I doing? Okay, I was doing this. I wanted to get another one of these. Right? Yes, this is what I want to do. Just grab one of these. Or I'll just duplicate it. We're gonna like move it anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna put it up here. I'm gonna make it way bigger. But I am wonderful. Right now we're just like positioning stuff to see how it looks. Nothing here is solid. Nothing is like, oh, it's set in stone. Even though it might look it, it's not set in stone. Let's do like a 0 because I want a 0 for that one. 0, and then let's make it a little bigger. I want to see how that looks. Oh, there we go. Make that bigger. Probably 12? I think 12. Or maybe 14. 14 might be a better number. Right? I think that's going to be the better number. Yeah, I think that's going to be the good number for that. And then delete that one. Yeah, we'll delete it. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, good. You have shiny eyes. I do, because I pressed the 5. Or no, I pressed one of my numbers. But I do. I'm actually happy with that. I look good. At least what I wanted it to do. Okay, do that. And let's duplicate that one. And then we're going to move it over to the other side. To this side. And then we'll rotate this one. Let's see. Let's do that. I'm going to rotate it. Or actually, hold up. It would be over here. Yes. Okay. We'll rotate. Why is it so long? Boom. Oh, but I know why. Because it's like an effect attached to it. Mr. Ghost. But if switch two characters cost 1 action point. Oh, so it takes up an action to switch them around. So, oh, that's going to be really interesting. So are you going to like collect formations? Do you like learn them? What's going on? You could switch the characters around, but you can't switch where Nikki is. Okay. I got you. Okay. So you wouldn't be able to switch around Nikki. But you're able to switch the other 4. And switching them around, what does it do? Like what does what? RB, does this play like Pokemon? Like each character has attacks? Yes, it does. It does actually play a lot like Pokemon RB. So the way instead of having energies, so like you know how like every turn you put an energy or whatever, this one's a little different. This one, it plays a little bit like Pokemon in that sense. Hello, Moth, welcome in. So it plays a little bit like Pokemon in that sense where it has energies, but you rotate the cards, right? So I'll show you, you go like, so you rotate it, and then it'll here in this corner it'll have like 1 energy, right? So you have 1 energy, you rotate it again, and then in this corner it'll have 2 energy, you rotate it again, has 3 energy. Okay, and then this move, I'll rotate it all the way so you can see it. So Nova Blast only takes 1 energy to use. Nova Dash uses 3 energy, right? And then you're probably thinking, well, that's really slow, but then you have 2 characters at the same time. You also have buffs and you have items. What about the 1 and the 5? That's how much damage. Yeah. So 3 energy to do 5 damage. 1 energy to do 1 damage. And then you'd have 2 people on the team. And 1 would be in the front and 1 would be in the back. Here, I'll show you. I'll delete, not delete it, but I'll show you. So here would be the card, your character, the league member. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. So these are melee focus abilities. So I'll go back just for a moment. See, there's a little boxing glove for the melee. I'll zoom in. See, melee meaning up front, right? You have to be in the front lane to actually do this one. This one means you have to be in the back lane. And if you're like, well, what happened if there's also going to be abilities that have both. Very cool idea. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Hopefully soon you guys can test it out. I'll just have it available so you guys can print and play at home. This is very interesting. I'll watch your journey in earnest. Thank you so much, RB. But yeah, the point of the game isn't actually to defeat your opponent. The point is to defeat the nightmare in the middle. There's gonna be a boss, and every turn the boss rotates, creating new actions. 1 damage, 2, 3 damage, maybe it has an effect. And then on the side, the boss will also have assistants that also have effects. So added effects. And they also have health. So for the point of the game, you're able to attack the opponent, but it doesn't your other opponent, but it doesn't actually change the game. Me defeating one of your league members doesn't actually make it so that they're gone. They actually come back. They just lose a turn. Instead of me I defeated your Kides, for example, this character. I defeated your Kides. I win. No, not really. She comes back in a turn. She just lost her turn. So it's okay, that's all right. So the actual objective of the game would be to defeat the nightmare. But to get to the nightmare, you have to defeat this one first, which is assistant. So in each, I would have this assistant, you would have this assistant. So you'd go through this one, then go after this one. And first one to defeat the nightmare wins. That is the actual objective of the game. And let's see, Alan. Yeah, I said interesting so that everyone thinks that I said this earlier now, RB said it. True, I know. And then Mr. Ghost, Nikki lets you use items, which is very important. Nikki has only 1 move. Use item. Really? Ghost is chatting your game you're talking about. Yes. Yeah, Alan. Ghost is talking about his game. We're actually I'm talking dissecting how bosses work and stuff like that. Because he was talking about how his King Crab and Black Dust, some bosses in his game, how King Crab is a rushdown and then Black Dust is a zoner. And I'm assuming the last one's going to be a guard type or a grappler if you're thinking of more a fighting type game. More like a 2v2 fighting game. Mr. Ghost. And I have 1 more. Yes, I know. I was waiting for the 3rd one. I'm assuming it's a guard type thing. Yep, guard. Yeah, I figured. I thought it was... So it's a wall, a powerful wall grappler, I'm assuming. We could actually go into that right now. Nope. This one. Okay. So go into that. So this one you said it was a guard. A guard, right? That's in the middle, and then we have a wall. So it's a big chunky wall. These are just different features that you would see from a guard type. And they're usually grapplers. Grapplers are very good at stopping you from doing other stuff. But very close range, you don't want to get in too close. They usually also have armor. If you didn't know that, they have momentary moments that they're immune to damage. Number 1, the strongest. This is the boss before the big boss. Yeah, okay, get you. Number 1, yeah. Thank you so much, Alan. But no, so I do. So this is like the big boss. This is like, so it's very tanky, powerful, and it has like able to stop you from doing whatever you're gonna do. And I'm assuming that's where you're going with Mr. Ghost. So I'm gonna switch back over here just because I want to do that while we're kind of waking. I actually lied. Oh, really? What are you thinking then, Mr. Ghost? Since you're lying to me, you're the one that said that you lied. I'm gonna rotate this if I want to. Wait, where is it? There it is. The rotate. It's so random. It's the third before the big boss. What do you mean? I don't understand what that one. What you mean by the third before the big boss? I gotta fix that because that looks weird. I know why. It's this part is the part that's very it's like humongous. You'll see. Hold up. When I do this, huh? Oh, that's so odd. Why did it go over there? Actually, I don't like that. Let's get rid of the. That doesn't need that. Same with this one. No one doesn't need it. And then let's double that one up. Double it. It'll go in this one. And then we'll rotate that one around. Mr. Ghost, the second boss, or more specifically, bosses. The third before. Wait, what do you mean? I'm lost. Because you said the first one was going to be King Crab, then the Black Dust, and then this one, right? And then the big boss. And there's like a bunch of mini bosses too, of course. And obviously you're allowed to combine these concepts of these different bosses too. You're not supposed to be like, oh, it's only a rushdown, it's only a zoner, it's only a guard, or a dynamic. I don't know if you dynamics are other ones that also exist. You know, these are like different types of characters you see in these combat games. Mr. Ghost, before the final boss in the game, you have to fight the 3 bosses at the same time. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I like that. I really like that. There was a game, I don't know if you ever played it, Phantom Dust. That was probably one of my favorite games growing up. I know it was funny because a lot of my friends like, I don't like it. It's like, it had like a weird mechanics. It was very odd. But I love that game so much because it was so well designed, like the bosses and stuff. Like I remember one of the things they had, like one boss was these 3 sisters witches. There were 3 witches, and one was all about melee, one was all about range, and the other one was all about canceling. Which I thought was such a fun combo, and I remember it was annoying. I had to like battle it many times, but it felt so good. You would have, because it was like an action adventure, like not action adventure, an action game, so you'd actually run around 3D. And you try to lure the melee one into a spot where the range one couldn't do anything, couldn't hit you. Because the range one was way in the back, just like firing like shots, like super far. And if you got close, and the cancel one would go up and just cancel all your moves. So you'd have to try to take out the melee alone. At least that's what I did for my own strategy. Maybe other people did other things. Mr. Ghost, but you get a big power up. Oh, okay. So they're a lot weaker then. Mr. Ghost, you'll be allowed to use all the characters you have, meaning if a team member dies, you can replace them with another one. Okay. Also, another thing with that, right? Wait. Yes. So you're saying in your game, right? Yeah, let me just rotate this. Something like that. Let me make sure. I think it's a little off. There it is. Let me center it a little bit, a little more up. That's what I wanted. And then the last one, I'm gonna do one more. And then we'll change all these numbers. And rotate it again. Cancel that. Rotate it about here, I believe. There we go. And I'll change the numbers. You will wait, Mr. Ghost. You'll be able to use all the. Yeah, okay, I read that already. And then I'll actually change these numbers, see what it looks like. So this one, I think it's like a 3. Yeah, this one's a 3. 3. Oops, that's not right. Wait, is that okay? Yeah, it is. It's fine. It looked weird for a moment. It should be fine. No, that is wrong. I was like, nope, that is not right. There we go. There it is. That's it. And then let's do, which one's this? The bottom. This one should be 2. This one's gonna be number 2. Do that. I think that one's also wrong now that I look at it. Yep, definitely wrong. Right, I looked up, like, that's definitely not right. Now let's flip that around. There we go. Move that up. And then this one, the last one. Switch it back. This one will be number 1, right? Yeah, this will be number 1. This one should be right. I'm like looking at it. All the other ones were super off, but it's okay. 1. Yes, okay, good. And then, Mr. Ghost, after the first interaction with the 3 main bosses, Nikki gets a move. And at the final boss, Nikki will have 4 moves. What do you mean? So, like, you said Nikki is all about the items, right? That is like their game mechanic is they do all the item stuff. So what other moves would Nikki have? Oops. Trying to get it to be 0. There we go. Let's load these up. Something like this. So this is about what a card would look like in this game. Oh, and then we're also missing one more thing. The ability of the Nova Dash. Oh, you will see. Okay. No, I'm just curious. Because you said Nikki is not a combatant, right? It's very much like the Steven Universe of your game. And then like they're just kind of like coordinating, more of like a conductor of sorts. Right? So okay, this is just so you guys are curious. I think I'm gonna get rid of these like the things in the numbers. I'm looking at them. I don't like them. Now that they've like settled in. Leave the trim. What is this? This is nothing. This one, these are the numbers. I like these numbers actually. These numbers look fine. Which is the one? I think it's this one, the icons. I'm like looking at it. I want to change them a little bit. It's the heart one is the one I want to change. Or no, actually both of them. Now that like sunk in, I don't really like how it looks. What happened? Let's see. Oh, no, I think you are... What? That went down? Oh, I thought I passed it though. That's a bummer. Because I had more. No, I have 69. Yeah, I went up. I have 669, Mr. Ghost. I do not have I didn't get the 6. It skipped over because I know like some people subbed yesterday. They had like 6-7. I literally had 6-7 yesterday. I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, like this morning. Oh yeah, my phone glitched. Yeah, I was gonna say I have 6-9 currently. Hopefully very soon we'll get a lot more. But yeah, okay, so like this is the direction I'm thinking, right? So if you're curious what the numbers is, that the 8 is the health. So Kiris would only have 8 health. 1 is how fast of like actions she goes, because it's in the game the way who goes first is dependent on the lightning bolt. So 1s go first. So if I have a 1, I am most likely goes first. If there's 2 1s, then we'd do like a rock paper scissors system. you know, or flip a coin or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But ones go before 2s and 3s and 4s, stuff like that. Man, people really like my crash. Your crash? Oh, yeah, that's funny. But what do you think? What do you think of this? What do you guys think? So it's like you start at 0, you rotate it to 1, right? Then you're able to go back, right? So you go like that. I made 70 likes in 3 hours. Ooh, very nice. I like it. That's gonna be so good. And now that you're gonna do more TF2 stuff, people are gonna start sticking around more. Because if you do more TF2 stuff, because a lot of your shorts are TF2 related, I recommend doing more content with that, you know? But yeah, like so I was saying, with this, the 8 health, the 1 speed, so she's very fast, 1.1k, yeah, I like it, that's so good. So she's melee for the Nova Blast. Oh, this is the one we need to change. The Nova Dash, I need to change it so like have like a little ability written underneath. Yeah, you need to do a TF2 stream. I think if you did, it would change because you're already doing TF2 content. So I recommend doing stuff like that. If you're gonna go with that, I recommend doing here. We'll just like talk about it. This is what I recommend you doing for your streams, right? So you have like this, right? Here's the chart or something. Something like this. I would say it's like this kind of. No, what is it? It's like less. It would end up like being less. Something like this. So this is like your 6, your 3, and your 1, right? So this is your TF2. This is the stuff that people come to see you for. I know the 1, 2, 3. No, so like think of it like this way. This is all your content. This is like this is your TF2, right? People like your TF2 stuff. You do that. You know, you're doing the TF2. The 3 is something similar, you know, similar, right? Whatever. It's like I wrote that. Like, or I'll do like TF2. So it's like, it doesn't have to be TF2, but it's like TF2. And then this is something that you like. You like. Think of it that way. That's like what you want to do. That's how you want to split up your stuff. Sure, it could be Minecraft. Yeah, this could be Minecraft. So I don't know what this would be. This is like, oh, like remember that one game you played? I forget what it's called right now. The one with the Plants vs. Zombies. This is a good example of Plants vs. Zombies right here. But this one's Minecraft. Minecraft. So this is Minecraft. So TF2 games similar to, you know, like Plants vs. Zombies, shooters, things that are similar to TF2, right? And then Minecraft. This is like the one random one. So think of it as like you're breaking up into 10, right? So if you have it as like 10, so it'd be like TF2, TF2, and then it would be like TF2. I know it seems like it's a lot, right? And then it continues to TF2, was another like, and then you go back to Minecraft. You know, that's like, that would be kind of the order how it would go. You but before community is dead. I mean, I guess it really depends. You have to see how to make it entertaining. Maybe it's not specifically TF2. You got to see what people like about your stuff. Maybe it's not exactly the game. Maybe it's what you're doing with your things. Because from what you're doing, you tend to do more of like goofy humor, right? That's like your thing. I wouldn't call it TF2 content. It's more goofy humor. My voice? Low? No, I mean, like, it could be. Maybe people really like your voice. They're like, oh, I love Mr. Ghost's voice. It's so nice, etc. That could be it. You don't know. You just gotta look what people liked. Read the comments. see what people said about your videos, etc. Like, oh, I really like this thing about your video. Oh, that was so funny. And then like, okay, so people really like the humor. So maybe your 6 is not TF2, it's humor. You know, it's like jokes. Right? It's just jokes. People really like your jokes. Or like first person shooters. That could be like first person shooter jokes. That could be kind of your thing. And then just like jokes. Right? That's like your second one. Bro, if I do my deep voice, my views are going to go in the millions. That's funny. And then this is just like things you like. You know what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about, like you want to see what people like about whatever content you're making. And then, okay, I was gonna go back to this. I feel like this, I think this is gonna be like a basic card. You know, there's like one character, then from here I could make a bunch. I could switch my voice very well. Ooh. Are you gonna be a voice actor? Yes, that would be fun. I know my voice in English and my voice in Spanish is very different. People told me my voice in Spanish is a lot deeper, which is funny, like how that works. Oh, did you see this? The little thing I did for like her little like, you know, like flavor text I always do in cards. When all else fails, add fuel to the fire. Kiras. I could do 3 different voices. Oh, nice. Actually, I've seen a video how to do 100 voices. I saw that before, where it's like different techniques of how to change your voice, and you can do up to like 100. Next stream, I'll do a stream in my account. Oh, okay. That's gonna be cool. What do you think? This is like a basic. I don't know if you like. Obviously, I'm gonna change her. She's gonna look exactly like this. I'm probably gonna change a few things about her, but I want to make since they're like dream based, she's like a toy. That's like her concept. She's a toy, so she winds up. Well, there's gonna be other characters gonna be like candies and doodles and stuff like that, which I think will be really fun. Or like I don't know if you saw it. Where is she? They're up here. That one. This one. This girl. I'll make it so you can see it. This girl, she's gonna be... Oh. I'll move this up on top of everything. So this girl, she's gonna be a doodle. I'm gonna make her a doodle character. So I'm gonna change her art a little bit. I'm thinking. You know, like her art, I'm thinking I'm gonna change her a little bit so she looks more like a drawing on purpose. My accent. Oh, you're gonna change your accent. I get you. And this one I'm probably gonna redraw a lot because I want to make her look like Candy. She's gonna be like one of the candy people. And then this dude, he is going to be a toy as well. Same as the other one. Same as Kiras. How old is she? Soul needs a new lady friend. That's funny. I mean, she's a bunny rabbit. And she's a doodle. She's literally gonna be a doodle. Like within the universe, she's gonna be a drawing. Like this one's an action figure. This one's a piece of candy, like a candy person. I guess you can't, people who can't on verticals can't see her. The candy person. I'm gonna change her up a little bit so it look more like Candy. And then this one, she's gonna be like a drawing. So I'm thinking for her, I'll probably make it so maybe she looks more like watercolor or something. I haven't decided. Soul has an anime pillow. Oh, an anime pillow. That's funny. I mean, to each their own, you know? If he likes it, he likes it. I mean, she doesn't really have too much of a body, but okay. Like I said, you know, to each their own if he likes it. But like she will be, like I'll have these done. I'll probably make these 4 cards. I mean, I'll change them up and I'll make them cards and I'll have them available for you guys to try out. I think they'll be really cool. Eventually, I would love I would love it so much if during one of these TCG ones, I could actually play with somebody. I think that'd be really cool, like tabletop simulator or something. That would be really fun. You could also design some other stuff. You guys could help me out design stuff. Like I said, this is like more of like a chat like about design and stuff. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. You know, because I built the card, right? Only thing I need is to change the, I want to add an ability to it. I'm just gonna write that. I mean, we're gonna type it later, but I'm gonna just like ability. What's it? Move forward. I'll write it. I'll make it a little more coherent of what it does. Just like it's in the back, it's in the range. But after using the ability, you have to switch forward. Oh, I checked. 76 likes. Nice. So you passed 6-7. That's funny. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much, Mr. Goes. I know it's like crazy late for you, but it's the weekend, so you're not like stressing too much about that. And also, thank you so much, Alan and RB. Who else is in here? Alan, RB. I know Isabel was here earlier. Who else? Stella. Stella was also here earlier. I'm just like looking. Now I'm gonna look. Was it? Oh, best edit in town. Jackson, you're also here for a bit. Chicken Guy, I don't remember Chicken Guy. I see Chicken Guy was here, but like so briefly. It was in the very, very beginning. Oh, I remember. They said hey just in the very beginning, but that was about it. Who else was in here? It's 2:30 a.m. and I found 5 diamonds in Minecraft. Ooh, very nice. Let's say Twitch, Instagram, just making sure. I want to make sure everyone, I get to say bye to everybody. You know, I like to say bye. Really? What? How many days are you at? Or are you playing a different one? And please like and subscribe, you know, guys, because I see a lot of times I don't get too many likes on these, but I do get a lot of views. You know, I get like a decent amount of views on these. I get like 100, 200 on the lives. But I don't get too many likes, which helps YouTube share it with other people. It would be very nice. The same one? You're on, oh, you're in day 1 or what? Oh, Staycon, Aaron, Burger Bro. Oh, Moth was also here. Cloud Chica. I did not see Cloud Chica say hey. I must have like flown through. I'm sorry. FD also said hey. Z-Bot was the other one. And I think Stella was also here. I don't remember if Kepi was, but Kepi usually just lurks. But I don't mind. But either way, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll keep playing it. Yes, please do. You do you. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time. Goodbye.